Hi, my name's Richard Gravel and I work for Optelecom NKF. We're market leaders in video and IP transmission technology, and we're a full solutions company provider, and we're a worldwide player in this CCTV and surveillance market.
Present your product?
Oh, okay. We have a complete range of IP cameras from 1080p to 720p products, H.264, MPEG-4, MJPEG recording, hybrid cameras, so typical analog out or IP.
As I see here, the SD card supported.
We also have.
What do you use it for?
Okay, we use that for local recording purposes. So if anything is event driven, we can store it on SD cards up to 32 gigabytes, I believe that is. Obviously, as technology moves on, the product will be updated to support larger and larger cards. We also have a full range of IP domes to the latest one, which is direct to fiber interface, which we believe right now is one of the market leaders and the technology that a lot of people are going to be wanting over the coming period. Then we have small mini discrete domes. These are typically very popular in a prison environment where surveillance is required in a cell that's small and out of the way. We've also got a range of IP rated and anti-vibration cameras, again for use in, could be a prison environment or more typically on a bus, on a boat, on a train, on rolling stock, and basically any type of camera for any type of requirement, we've got that solution already. We also have a range of specialized products. We have the traffic server. This is designed for traffic and tunnel surveillance. It has built-in analytics where it can detect a vehicle or an animal or a person.
So they have analytics on board?
The analytics are on board. So basically it will detect whether the vehicle has stopped, typically if it's broken down.
How about the fire or smoke?
Yeah, it will detect smoke, it will detect pedestrians that are not allowed actually on site, it will detect animals.
Okay.
And so a whole...
It can differ animals or pedestrians?
Sorry?
It can differ animals and pedestrians?
I believe it can, yes. I've not actually set it up for that, but I believe it can detect the difference.
Okay.
And yeah, so again, for a lot of tunnels, it's a great requirement. Again, event-driven recording. So if something does happen, the switch is almost instant. It can also trigger alarms back in the main control room, so you could dispatch the police, breakdown and recovery vehicles, or maintenance.
You know, I know the Russian market very well, but your company is not presented on the Russian market. So have you a plan to be distributed on the Russian market?
Do you know what? I only cover the United Kingdom for the company, but we do have coverage in Russia, if I'm allowed to say that. And that is a gentleman called Peter Franke. And Peter is based in the Netherlands, in the Gouda office, but does travel extensively, and I believe has many project wins for metro systems and other surveillance in Russia.
As I see, you concentrated on the IP cameras. So what do you think? As I know, in Great Britain, only 20% is the IP video now.
Yeah. Okay.
So when do you expect the IP video will overbeat the analog video?
The IP market in the UK is still in its early years compared to fibre. A lot of our customers are very typically set in their ways. Fibre is a very tried and trusted medium, and basically we're seeing a slower transition to what we see in mainland Europe. If you look at the fibre product range, which is where the company is traditionally very strong, we have the 8-channel and the 4-channel units. These are typically deployed in railway stations and town centres. We currently have a large project at a railway station in central London, and we're seeing lots of Octa units, 8-channel units being deployed. Again, it's a very strong market still. However, the company is looking to increase its IP profile in the UK, and in doing so is the reason we introduced the range of cameras. We We also have a range of IP codecs as well. And these are obviously very strong, again in Europe, and we've seen some great success in the UK. However, that transition is probably going to take probably a good 12 months before people start to really adopt IP over fibre. So the trend currently in the UK is still fibre, but it's now beginning to decrease in interest, and the IP is beginning to increase, but it's one of education, and that's the first thing we really need to spend our time doing, is educate the end user, educate the consultant, get them to understand the technology before it's deployed. One of the biggest issues that I've found so far is that over time people will embrace it more if they really understand it. We've had maintenance issues with the early systems where people have assumed it's plug and play. It can be as easy as that, but you need to know what you're doing to make it plug and play. So then we also have a range of IP codecs. Units with an SFP, so again we can straight to fibre. We have audio in, contact closure, multiple audios, and again data in and out. We also have a range of products that complement those, and this is a very recent one, which is an audio codec, and this was actually designed to basically complement the Beijing Metro system that we developed. So again, we have some exciting products. For me, an IP codec means entry into new markets. So typically we have people in oil and gas that are looking to distribute audio for a PA system. And these people are really looking for a much more integrated way where they can maybe target lots of decks on an oil rig without waking everybody that's already asleep. So again, I think that's probably going to be a good seller. One thing we've found as well is that a lot of our systems integrators, in looking for new areas of business, they've now started to look at audio conferencing throughout buildings and typically across buildings.
Thank you very much.